MLB The Show has baseball for you on a Saturday night in St. Louis, Missouri. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Number 65 will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he's making his big league debut here on the mound. He's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He's going to have a lot of nerves. He's going to have to be able to contain all of that so he can go out and be effective. Going to be tough to do, and that may be his biggest challenge all game long.
Ben Zobrist heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Now a curveball's in there, 1-2 now.
Good curveball right there, and that just really froze him.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do, work the count and get on base.
Well, he's going to find that hitters in the big leagues are much more patient than they were down at AAA. A strikeout in the minors turns into a walk at this level.
Nolan Arenado gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Pitch out, nothing doing. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Simple throw over there.
Here comes the 1-0. That's by him for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
To 2-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Ball 3. 3-2 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You've got to make these guys earn it.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
That's the second walk he's allowed here in the first inning. And I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners, or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
Sammy Sosa will stand in now, and obviously one to be careful with, as you see there, currently leading the senior circuit in long balls.
And he's also in the top 10 in batting average and RBIs, so not just hitting those home runs. He's having a great year overall at the plate.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Ranging back is Borges. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he is in there.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only one away.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
And now with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Lee has a read on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, that's all he's hoping to do right here. Just get that thing airborne and get that first run of the game home. He does his job, picks up the RBI.
Roy Valentine will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Here comes the first pitch. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one.
Such a good pitch right there. That first pitch changeup. When you can tell a guy's up there all amped up to hit, use that against him.
0-1 count and the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
And now the benefit of you working the count to 3-2 is that runner gets a head start from first with 2 away.
Payoff pitch on its way. Chopped foul wide of first. Here comes the payoff pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Cubbies are in front, 1-0. Kyle Hendricks is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this starting pitcher, he's a rookie, so we'll see how he handles his nerves in this one.
David Lee comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Leading off
first.
for the Cardinals, the shortstop, David Lee.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, and they were home for just a short time before heading right back out on the road again. So it's been a lot.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. And the Redbirds are even now at 1 run apiece.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
Batting second, center fielder.
In now is John Jay, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He comes in at 262 on the year. No home runs just yet, and 7 driven in. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
That's a nice comeback there after the home run. Sometimes the home crowd gets a little amped up, so you start to rush a little out there and you make things worse. But he's able to bounce back and get him to chase one here with 2 strikes.
Stepping in now, Michael Lee, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's got that average up over 340 now. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. It's still on his mind.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 1-2, here it comes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you've still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Valentine moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, that was a struggle with a capital S, but he finally gets him to lift the fly ball here to end the 9-pitch at bat. That'll take some life out of the arm.
Number 3 will stride in now as he'll enter play as the second leading hitter in the entire National League.
And he also has the most runs scored in the league right now. And last I checked, that's the name of the game. So credit those guys hitting behind him for driving him in so many times.
And they'll start him with a fastball that's low for ball 1. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Calling for it, Sosa. And the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Wellington Castillo makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Wellington Castillo.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Softly hit out to short. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Yeah, and that's going to be a bit of a turnaround right here. You figure off the crack of the bat that you got the first out of the inning. Instead, now you're looking at a runner in scoring position following that error.
Standing in now, Chris Coghlan. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. He's got that average up over 340 now. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Grounded to the right. Savage comes up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And you know what? It's never too early in a ball game to play smart, fundamental baseball. You've got the leadoff man at second, so he's just shooting for the right side of the infield. And he's able to move him up 90 feet to third with just 1 away.
Into the box, Doug Bernier, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Here's the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, looked like he hit the target. That's a tough pitch to lay off, but he made it pan out.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Lee on the move, but this will wind up being a foul ball. 1 out and a runner on third. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
In now, Kyle Hendricks, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2.
And that's 3 straight pitches, all over 100 miles an hour. If he throws a changeup for a strike here, that guy's got no chance.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Mark McGuire will dig in now, and as you can see, he's well over 300 here to start this new campaign.
McGuire.
Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
3-0 now.
Yeah, 3-0 count now to start the second. Doesn't look like he's gotten into the flow yet.
And that won't find the zone either. So speed on base here to begin the inning. It's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, not what you want to do here in this hostile ballpark. Walk the leadoff guy who just happens to be a threat to go every time he's on first. Tough way to start things out.
Nick Savage will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. First delivery to him on the way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Leadoff man aboard here in a 1-1 ball game. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing.
Keeping him close.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. Hit well on the ground to first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Well, they've figured out the whole get him on and get him over parts. Now with one away, they've got 2 shots at the get him in part. Nice job here to steer that one to the right side.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Here's Peter Borges standing in as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Runner goes for second. Hit out towards second. Zobrist is there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting the double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Number 65 gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything here the rest of the at-bat.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
Three 3-0 pitch on its way. 3-1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Two out here and a runner at second. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. On the ground to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cards forced to settle for one. We've played 2 full. St. Louis is out in front, 2-1. Leading off the inning, Ben Zobrist, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one.
Yeah, and when you're looking to run up and catch him by surprise, you're hoping it's going to be a fastball. Because when you get an off-speed pitch, it really kind of throws your timing off.
No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2.
And after walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he just dominated that at-bat right there. You want to see a power pitcher go right through a guy? This is a 3-pitch see you later right here. Have a seat.
Here's Nolan Arenado, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
You figure he should get something good to hit here. They don't want to walk him and put him on for the heart of the order.
And the count will be full. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here's a high pop-up. Lee is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Well, this will wind up nothing more than a pop-out in the scorebook. But what won't go unnoticed in that dugout is that he battled for an awfully long time there. That takes a lot of energy out of a guy when he's got to throw that many pitches.
Sammy Sosa digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
That's a ball.
And he takes this one high. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's ball 2 now. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now this is popped up, but Molina should have room behind the plate, and he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. David Lee will stand in to try to duplicate his first at-bat where he homered to open the inning.
It's great when he gets out there and get things going like he did. Really gets the rest of the team involved.
In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Valentine going back on it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. A night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Striding into the box, John Jay. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Bernier ranging up the middle on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Into the box now, Michael Lee. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is taken outside for ball one. Two out, nobody on. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And Zobrist will make the catch, and that'll be that. Down in order go the Cardinals. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Anthony Rizzo. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly. 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Yeah, and you got to figure if he's going to jump the yard here, it's going to have to be to left field, because I don't think they're going to give him anything inside that he can pull.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. Savage on the grass. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Roy Valentine is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. 1 run, no hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
And he's having a rough go of it so far. His second strikeout of the ball game. You can see him gesturing that he thinks that pitch was outside, but you know, I think once he gets a look at it in the clubhouse, he'll probably change his tune.
Wellington Castillo, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. That evens it up, 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. Lee waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. They're down 2-1. Number 3 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
The Cardinal fourth. Third baseman, number 3.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Push to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So with the leadoff man at first, time to jump back a half century or so as we call on today's version of this date in baseball history. Now to the plate, Mark McGuire. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Now a throw over to first, back in standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Nobody out, runner on first. Tapper right back to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Well, it probably wasn't the way he wanted to move the guy into scoring position, but it's going to have to do, and he's going to get that man up to second base now with one away.
Digging in, Nick Savage. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a curveball drops in on 2-1, 2-2 now.
But you would think that that was the pitch he wanted right there. It's a little surprising that he let that one go.
saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
Wow, tough play.
Now batting, number 4, catcher.
Yeah, that's the thing about a two-seam fastball. It'll really bear in tight. Show motion will give you a good look at what this will do to the bat. It just explodes on impact.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
The left fielder, number 11.
Peter Borges gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
The 0-1 pitch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2.
We saw this in his last start. He just hasn't been able to find that put-away pitch with 2 strikes that you've got to have at this level.
Full count, here it comes. And he misses again, ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Now there are 2 ways you can go here as a pitching coach, so he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. Other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. You really got to read them the riot act.
Number 65 will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Up high, 2-1 now.
Oh my gosh, he is falling apart out there right now. That's the pitcher at the plate. Doesn't he know that?
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Chris Coughlin heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Now he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
The 0-2 home. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, they're not even making solid contact right now.
Doug Bernier comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing off. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Kyle Hendricks is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent at-bat. As I remember, he saw a lot of pitches and really made the guy on the mound earn that strikeout.
And a high strike there, 0-1. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. McGuire is under this one, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1. David Lee strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
David Lee.
And he lays off there, 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and it gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. In now is John Jay. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. There to take it in is Coughlin, and there's your first out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Michael Lee digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Zobrist has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, number 3.
Number 3 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Three runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Popped high in the air. Bernier is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. 5 innings complete. It's now 3-1 St. Louis. Ben Zobrist will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Out in front of it, strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, this is a tough way to help your on-base percentage out as a leadoff hitter, but he's on base here regardless.
Nolan Arenado comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1.
Well, it's just game 1 of this series, but you almost have to wonder if they forgot to pack their offense when they got on the plane. It's been nowhere to be found so far.
Now a throw over, and the runner back.
Keeping an eye on him.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside, the throw, and they got him. Boy, Molina put that one right where it needed to be.
This all gets back to footwork here. Catchers are usually not the fastest guys around, but the good ones do have one thing going for them, and that's a quick setup behind the plate. And this guy's dead to rights here.
Line drive to center field. And that's in there. And there goes the no-hitter.
And you know, as a hitter, you're seeing the ball so well when you can take a pitch like that and square it up and just hammer it right back up the middle.
Sammy Sosa will stand in. And Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
Lays off 1-0. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
And he misses again, 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Swung on, missed, 2-1.
Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And he'll get back in safely. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. And through 5 1/3, already coming up on 100 pitches here. Runners on first with 1 down. And oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
A runner on first with 2 away. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. But they just look lost up there.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs strand 1. They still trail it here, 3-1. Pedro Strop will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Mark McGuire will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. That's wide, 2-0.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Shot back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Nick Savage comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it was an absolute showstopper. All you can do is get back up there and try to hit the ball hard once again.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
The 1-0 delivery. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
And these guys would like nothing more than to add on to their 2-run lead. Back-to-back hits have them in business to do just that.
Yadier Molina stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Here he comes on 2-0. Chop foul over towards the dugout. First and second here with nobody out. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the runner from second is in to score. In to score is the runner from first. Make it 5-1.
And this isn't an easy thing to do right here. This is a tough slider on the inside part of the plate. Watch how he keeps that front side strong, stays on it all the way, and he winds up just ripping this one for 2 bases.
Here's Peter Borges standing in, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Yeah, he needed that one. Something to give him a little bit of confidence.
Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Boy, that guy on the mound right now needs a double play in the worst way. That's 4 straight hits now to start the inning. He just needs something to go his way.
Number 65 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Off the plate and in, hits a ball and a strike. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
1-1, here it is. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And when he's in a jam, he's going to reach back for a little something extra on that fastball. Boy, that's nice to have in reserve.
Runners are at first and third with none out. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Into the box now, David Lee, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Runners are at first and third, one away. That misses to the Cardinal shortstop, and it's even at 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Now a move over to first. Runners back. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he can't track it down as this ball falls. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 6-1.
Oh, and a great swing right there. That's his third RBI of the night, and he continues to swing the bat well.
Edwin Jackson will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are 2 on with only 1 away.
Jackson.
John Jay will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now a look and a throw back to second, and the runner back easily.
Just checking.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Now a ball lined to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away. Michael Lee will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes ball one. 3 runs already home here. 2-0 now. 2-0, bases loaded. You let him swing here?
Oh, this is a run producer's dream right here. I'd let him go, but only if it's his pitch in his spot.
And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. Number 3 stands in.
Number 3.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Here's the 1-1. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
It's pretty clear they weren't pitching around him there. Even though he's a big-time run producer, they came right at him, and he couldn't drive either one of those guys in.
Coming to the plate again, Mark McGuire, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Now, he does have first base open, so he doesn't have to come in right here. He can try to make that perfect pitch, and you know what? If he misses, who cares?
Hot shot to third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Seventh inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Roy Valentine will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. And the only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. This is line to left. Borges has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
That 5-run inning broke this game wide open, so you can bet he'll be more free and easy out there on the mound. That's a nice job of getting that first out of the inning.
Wellington Castillo will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
And so far he's been real effective using that inside part of the plate tonight. I don't think that pitch was even in the strike zone, and ShowTrack will confirm that for us right now. But I guess he felt like it was close enough that he had to take a rip at it.
Stepping in now, Chris Coughlin. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. McGuire has got it, and the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Nick Savage will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
Savage.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Well, that's generally the rule. If you throw a pitch on 2-1, you'll probably see it again on 3-2, and he comes up empty there.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Hit the other way out toward right field. Sosa has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Peter Borges.
Peter Borges steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now here's the pitch. In the air out toward right field. Moving under it, Sosa. And that retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. And it remains an 8-1 ball game. Doug Bernier comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. 1 gone here in the 8th as we check our line score to this point. And boy, you can see the story of the game right there in the hit column. Just 1 hit allowed through 7 1/3. He has been awfully tough to solve. Miguel Montero will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 47, Miguel Montero.
Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. One out, nobody on. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
And I think with no one on base, you know, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to give him a fastball here.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Hitter's count now. Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. Still 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count. 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
Sent on the ground out to second. Savage scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Here's the pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Again, he sends it out of play. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit hard towards the hole, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Just their second hit of the ball game so far, and it comes here in the 8th inning. When that happens, you can almost guarantee you'll be looking up at a big deficit, and you know what? They are, no doubt about it.
Nolan Arenado digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. From the belt, the pitch, and he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
That pitch count has gone from high to dangerously high. No, this is not good territory for any pitcher to be in.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 2 out with the man at first. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Bat explodes as this has popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Wade Davis will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Wade Davis.
Number 65 will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Here's a knuckle curve that backs him up a bit. Ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Valentine over to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
David Lee stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Pitch on the way. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
And that's going to give him another great hitting count here on 2-0. No wonder they're up by 7.
The 2-0 on the way. And now this is popped up. Castillo should have room behind the plate. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
And that's probably going to be his final at-bat. So you figure he won't get his 3rd home run of the game, but still, he's been a real handful here in this one.
John Jay will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. From the stretch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Valentine sprinting after it. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Cardinals. And it remains an 8-1 ball game. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Sammy Sosa will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Check swing grounder to the right side. Savage is there. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And there's ball 1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Roy Valentin stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
This guy's kind of walked a tightrope all game long. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to 50% of the hitters he's faced, and yet pitching a very good ball game.
Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cardinals win it 8-1. Good night from St. Louis.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 8 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Cubs, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.